Now, the most important and crucial factor for meeting and attracting women is actually getting out there and meeting them. It's something that I refer to very often in my videos. And what I wanted to talk about here are my favorite places and ways to meet women. And I got Magic Mike here again to help me out, because Mike meets women in what I would say are some unconventional ways and also very interesting ways. And I know that he has some interesting tips on this subject, so I wanted to get him on here and give you a little bit of different perspective on places and ways to meet women. So let's jump into that. So I want to first talk about my favorite ways of meeting women. And, you know, when I got into this, there were no women in my life. There just weren't, right? They weren't there. So it was like, how do I meet them? This was before dating apps and other things like that. So there was no way around it. I had to get out there and approach them. I'm a big advocate of approaching women, wrote a book on it. And that's what I teach, is guys how to go up and have conversations in person, you know. And as technology becomes more prevalent, social skills are going to start to go down. So the better social skills that you have, the more you're going to stand out and the more it's going to be appreciated. So social skills are absolutely paramount. Now, I definitely tell guys to go to bars, happy hours, sometimes clubs, depending on the city that you're in, to go out and practice these skills. Now, I don't drink. I've never drank. I don't like drunk people. I don't like the environment at all. I actually really have a lot of disdain for loud, clubby, and loud bar environments. But it's undeniable that there's a lot of volume there. There's a lot of pretty girls there. And it's a great place to practice that you could kind of get lost in the sauce. There's not a lot of social pressure on you when you get rejected in those types of environments, right? Where, you know, if you're approaching a girl in the line at the grocery store, you got some people watching, there's a little more social pressure. But if you talk to a girl that's having some drinks at the bar with their friends and it's loud and there's a lot of people around, if she says, okay, we're busy right now, no one's going to even notice. It's really not that big a deal. So I definitely cut my teeth going to bars, going to happy hours, and socializing, despite me not even wanting to be in that environment. But I still went there, and I still do go there. I like to get out of the house, and I like to be social. A lot of work that I do is from home. So I like to make sure that I set time aside to get out, to be social. And I find that with the amount of volume that you'll find in a bar, I like to do more happy hours nowadays in more relaxed type of bar environments. I'm not really super into the clubs at all anymore. Too loud, too crazy for me. So I found kind of a happy medium, going out around 8 o'clock, sometimes like that, 9 p.m. or whatever, and going out and socializing in these type of environments. My other favorite place, doesn't come around that often, is going to be a specialty event. Now, as I've mentioned before, I'm into the fit chicks, right? I like girls that work out, that are into fitness. So you put me at a fitness expo, right, or a fitness contest, and we have lots of girls that are in shape and really attractive. I mean, they're all over Instagram now, you know, with all the millions of followers and whatnot. That's heaven for me, you know, just to go up and talk to somebody. And the thing is, when you're in an event that's a specialty event, everybody has a common interest. So usually the approaches will go much better there. Now, I would tell every guy to just rely on those if that's something that you have, but the thing is, they don't come around that often. So that's why I like to rely, you know, on bars and happy hours, because they're always there. They're there every week, and there's no excuse, you know, to get out every single week. And definitely practice your skills there. You could use a wide variety of ways of meeting girls. You know, I've met them at the grocery store. I've met them through online dating. I've met them through friends. I've met them at house parties and lots of other ways. But I like to have things where I could always rely on there being girls there. So those are some of my favorite places to meet women. And I wanted to get Mike's input and his opinion, because he has some different ways and very interesting ways that he goes about of meeting and attracting women.
So I'm under the belief of, mutual interest is the foundation of every great relationship. It's so much easier to hang out and spend time with someone who sees life and the same way as you, and you know, they share the same values and traits and hobbies and interests. So to me, I like to meld my dating and social life with my hobbies and interests. And keep in mind, I'm a very busy person. You know, I write books. I've got a podcast. I have an online business. I travel quite a bit. Plus, I'm managing other friendships and relationships in my life, right? You know, business relationships, personal relationships. So I'm very efficient when I go out and meet people because I'm looking for a specific kind of women. So Joe is into the fit chicks. You know, like I love girls who are down to earth, entrepreneurial, spiritual even, right? So I like to meet girls in yoga classes. I like to meet girls at coffee shops because if they're there from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m., you know, sitting in front of their MacBook, there's a good chance that they're doing something unconventional as well, because those are the kinds of people that I want to meet. I like meeting girls at personal development events. I like meeting girls at marketing events. Again, this kind of ties into the kind of girl that I want to have in my life, right? Not only that, even if I don't meet anyone going to those places, it still would have been fun for me because it's something that I enjoy doing, and it would have added more value to me as a person. So again, you know, my approach is a little bit different. Joe likes to go out into and practice with volume. You know, mine's a little bit more. I don't get to meet as many girls as Joe, but the few girls that I meet are the types of girls that I like, just because I'm more strategic about where I go to meet them.
You have tried and done different things, right? You know, certain things, I don't necessarily want you guys to watch this and say, okay, which one sounded the most comfortable, so let me go and do that, right? Because if that was the case, you just sit around and swipe on the couch, right? And that usually hasn't been working for most guys, right? So what I encourage you to do is take those suggestions that we gave you and, like I said, try them out and give them all a good shot and see which ones start yielding results for you, because you're going to need some practice and you're going to need to spend some time there to kind of get a feel of what the nuances are for those places. So bottom line is, get out there. Get out there. Try these places. Put yourself out there. Man, you got one life. You know what I'm saying, right? Time just flies by. If you see a girl, she's attractive, you want to talk to her, man, you got to go for it. Put yourself in the places where your type of girls are and talk to her, man. Just talk to them. Make it happen. So we encourage you to do it. We got your back. Let us know how it goes. And also, if you have some favorite places where you've met some quality girls, comment below. Share the wealth and share the knowledge with us and others. So definitely comment. Let us know your favorite places to meet some women as well. And take this advice and use it as always. Thanks, Myke.
Thank you.